Jeremiah Jensen and Dave Noriega in Las Vegas at Summer League. But we all wanted to see tonight, the mystery, Dante Exum. He's no longer a mystery. I thought he played pretty well. What were your thoughts on his performance?
My initial answer is I was worried after the Thursday scrimmage because he really struggled. So today was really important in my eyes to say, is this guy going to be able to contribute at all? The talent's obviously there. The speed's there, the height, the size, all the stuff you can't really teach. But man, he struggled so much in the practice. I thought, let's see what he does in a real game situation. And let's be honest, there's some pressure here.
Absolutely.
I mean, we saw it from Trey Burke last year. He comes in, he struggles mightily because the expectations are, hey, you're going to come in, contribute to the Jazz immediately. And I thought he played pretty well. He didn't play great, but you saw some flashes of how great he could be. That alley-oop was just from Trey Burke was just a great read. I mean, they just had this chemistry. Trey tosses it up there, and you could just see the athleticism and the ability to elevate and then throw it down. He looked pretty good. I think Jazz fans were much happier with this performance than they were about Thursday.
So that's one thing I take away from this. All the talk about Dante Exum and Trey Burke being able to play together in the same backcourt, I don't think that's an issue at all. I really don't. They're two different players, but they can work so well together. And you saw that in that alley-oop play. The chemistry is starting to be built there. And they have such different games, but it's complementary to each other in what they do. Trey Burke likes to have the ball kicked out to him, hit a three. Dante Exum can do that. He can attack the rim if it's there. Just the instincts of both players to make plays passing the basketball. I really think that's going to be a great combination moving forward. What I really wanted to see from Trey in this summer league, and it's one game, I want to see leadership. And I saw a little bit of that. Did you see a little bit of that on the court? You were down there on the baseline. You got a very close look.
Well, it was also very clear with players like Rudy Gobert. You know, Rudy is a guy that didn't get a lot of minutes last year. And so even the subtleties that maybe we don't see on TV or that we see in the highlights of being at just the right position defensively. And that was where Trey was really getting after him. I mean, he was being firm without berating or belittling. And that's what a good leader does. He says, listen, Rook, you know, or new guy, even though they're in the exact same draft class, Trey takes that initiative and he says, you know what? I think I am the guy on this team that has probably the most outspoken leadership qualities. That's not to say that Derek Favors isn't a leader, because you saw him as he was on the bench today supporting his teammates. Gordon Hayward is a lead by example kind of guy. But they need a vocal leader, like you said, and I just don't see anyone on the roster other than Trey that can be kind of that noisy guy. Dante has said himself, he's like, I'm not that guy either. Yeah. So that's a thing that I think the Jazz really lack, and that's where Trey really needs to step up and not be afraid to get in guys' faces. Is that too hard? Too much to ask for a guy that's only in his second year?
It could be. That's his. He knows, right. And he's been told by the coach he's got to step up and do that. Somebody on this roster has to do that, and I agree with you. It's got to be Trey. Now, 3 of 20 shooting. It's summer league, yeah, but you want to see these guys making shots. What I will say about it is at least they're taking them, right? That's something to be excited about. At least a Utah Jazz team out here shooting the three.
Yeah, they're turning the lights off. That's how late it is. That's how much news has been going on today. Yeah, they were jacking up shots, and there were some ugly shots. I mean ugly misses. But as encouraging as Dante Exum was tonight, that's how discouraging Rodney Hood was. He was fantastic on Thursday, but he just could not buy a bucket in this scrimmage. Can you call it a scrimmage, a game? Summer league, I'm not sure if you call it a game. I guess technically it's a game.
Whatever it is.
But he took open shots, and I think that's the important thing. Those shots are going to fall. Sometimes they're going to miss, sometimes they're going to go in, but they were good shots by and large, except for the scrubs. Yeah. The guys that were fighting for roster spots, they didn't take such great shots. But the guys that are going to contribute, Rodney Hood, Exum, Burke, Gobert, they played well. And I think that's really all Jazz fans really care about is how did those four play? Because Malcolm Thomas did play pretty well, though.
Yeah, and you know what? Rodney's shot looked great.
Yeah.
8 rebounds. He did other things to help this team in this game. Of course, Monday night, Jabari Parker and the Milwaukee Bucks. You know, we'll hype that later.
That's why we're here. Let's be honest. We're here because we want to see Jabari, we want to see Andrew, and then Exum. That's it.
Oh, we can't wait for that game, 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time on Monday, and we'll be all over it.